Oh, hi everybody. This is Alex with Elevating New York by John C. Elevators. Before I go on, Happy New Year 2018 to you all. In today's video, I'm going to be starting a new series called Elevator Courtesy, and I don't know. I don't want to copy people, so I'm going to call it Elevator Safety and Courtesy. I think that's a good name. If you have some recommendations, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll try to see if I can respond. To begin the series, I thought I'd talk about the proper use and courtesy and safety of elevator keys. That's right, elevator keys. I have 2 elevator keys. Now, I'm sure a lot of us have at least 2 or 3 elevator keys by now. I mean, let's face it, they're cool to have. I know it's kind of copying. How about that? Yeah, let's face it, they're cool to have, and you can do cool things with them. Especially people that have a lot of elevator parts, they like to have a whole ring of keys. Like, I have only 2 elevator keys, really all I need. I mean, yeah, you can do all kinds of cool things with it. Yeah, they're cool to have. You can control stuff with it. You can turn off the fan. You can turn off the light. Put it into fire service. You can do independent service with it. All kinds of cool things you can do with elevator keys. Let's put it back in there. I'll do that. But using elevator keys without specifically being given permission is illegal. And especially on private property, or like in office buildings and private property, anywhere really, it's illegal to use elevator keys. It's not cool to use elevator keys. I mean, pretend this elevator panel was on an elevator in a private office building in downtown Rochester. Say that I wasn't supposed to be there, and I snuck in, and I was turning off the fan on the elevator. The building owner comes in, and he sees, and he catches you in the act, and he caught you in the act. What the most likely possibility is he's going to throw you out of the building and press a charge against you for trespassing, because you're doing something to his elevator that he didn't authorize, that he didn't let you do, that he doesn't want you doing without being given permission. And if it's a private property that's not open to the public, then you could be charged with trespassing and tampering as well. Now, this is probably the biggest part with elevator keys. Accessing a restricted floor without permission using an elevator key. That is considered breaking in and entering, and that's actually considered a form of burglary. And the key that you use to break into to go to the restricted floor with via an elevator key, or whatever you want to say, the elevator key would be considered a burglary tool. That's right. That could land you in jail. And I'm sure none of us here want to go to jail for breaking in and entering using elevator keys. I mean, putting the elevator into fire service and independent service, that's just as bad. I could still land you in jail. Especially putting the elevator into fire service, that could ring in the fire department, which is a felony. And I'm sure none of us want to be a convicted felon. I'm sure none of us want to be a convicted felon for putting the elevator into fire service and then having the fire department come. Actually, this is probably the biggest issue in the elevator enthusiast community by now. Drop keys. Those you should never, ever take out of your collection. If you have them, never, ever take them out of your collection. Those can get you killed, and you should never touch them under any circumstances. Period. If you bought one off eBay, if you want to buy one off eBay, it's completely legal to own all kind. Hey, I forgot to mention this. It's completely legal to own an elevator key, but using it unauthorized is illegal. Sorry I didn't mention that earlier in the video. As I was going to say, drop keys can get you killed or seriously injured at the very least. You should never touch them under any circumstances. The only time where it's appropriate to touch a drop key or use one really never, but unless you have a certified elevator tech that's had many years of experience, that's the only time where you should touch drop keys. I repeat, do not touch drop keys. You should never touch drop keys. Period. Anyway. I would like to get some elevator keys for this fire service slot right here. I mean, and my panel over there, which actually, this is this key switch right here. I forgot to mention, the only time where it's appropriate to use elevator keys without being given permission is right here, on your own elevator panel. I mean, if you own an elevator, you can use the keys all you want. Not if you live in the building, it's if you own the building. Really, this is the only circumstance where elevator key use without permission is appropriate. On your own panel. On your own elevator panel. If you have an elevator panel and you have elevator keys for it, use the hell out of it. Use the crap out of it, really is what I should say. Anyway, I hope that sums up what I'm about to talk about today. And I do know that this isn't really my call, and that I'm not really nobody's really in charge of us, and so on. But there are some younger kids that watch my YouTube channel, and I want to be a good example by explaining to them the courtesy of elevator keys and the danger of drop keys, etc. So thank you all for watching today's video, and that's it. Happy New Year, everybody.